Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be taking a look at a Maisto Lamborghini Aventador LP 704. So this is a 1/24 scale model. This is from the Metal Cruiser series from Maisto, and this is how the box looks. We have a licensed product logo here from Lamborghini. Let's get the car out of the box. Okay guys, so here we have the car in front of us. As you can see, this is the car from all the angles. So if you see the front here, we will see the front air vent, which is made up of plastic, and it has the mesh like design, and the mesh is not see-through or anything, but it's still a good design. And if we see the headlights, we can see that they have added a bulb, and it has a silver paint on it, but it doesn't shine when we put light on it. So I wouldn't say it is extremely detailed, but good enough for the scale. And the front trunk doesn't open, it only has these edges for design, but this doesn't open. We have this black detailing as there it is in the car. We can also see the Lamborghini logo here in the center, so it is also of a good print. Now if we move to the tires, we can see that these are free wheel, but we do not see any disc brake or caliper here. In fact, we can see all the internals from this angle, which is a bit off-putting for me. And if you see here, there is a Lamborghini logo right in the center, and it is a 5-spoke wheel. The spokes look to be of plastic. That's how all the tires are. If you take a look at the windshield, you can see that it has wipers design, but this is not a separate piece of plastic. This is just embedded into the windshield piece itself, so not much detailing I'm seeing here. Now if you take a look at the doors, they do open as with the real car, and this is the extent to which they will open. This is the max. Usually there is an Aventador branding here, which we don't see in this model. Door has this ridges for handle. It is also in the same orange color. Now if we take a look at the mirror, we can see that it has a reflective coating. It is made up of plastic, and I see that I see that the orange shade is not the exact match of the rest of the car, so that is a bit awkward. Now let's take a look at the interiors. In here we can see that the steering wheel has a logo in the center, and we can also see the stickers for display, and there is also the pedal shifter as well, and down below we see pedals, and they are a separate piece. I would say it is with the dashboard, but it has silver paint on it and looks okay to me. And if you take a look at the seats, you'll see that they are in orange and black dual color. They don't have seat belts or anything and are fairly detailed for the scale. As you can see, handles here and the side. So the seats, I would say, are fairly okay. Back here we can see this air intake on near the window and the side of the car. There is the LP 704 branding here, and see this tiny bit of a paint is detailing. See the back of this car, you can see this is the back window. This is glass on top and there is some plastic here, and if we open it up, you can see the engine. I wouldn't say it is extremely detailed, but good enough for this scale. We can see this cage inside which the engine is. You can see this lid here, and there is some silver color on this detailing, which is okay as far as 124 models go. If we check the back here, we have the Aventador branding and the Lamborghini logo right in the middle, and we have these tail lights which are red. The glass is red, and we can see that there is a sticker like detailing on top, and there is no detailing inside of it but on the outside, which is also a bit sloppy, I would say. And if you see in the back, there is again this mesh like design, the plastic on both sides. And if you see the bottom, we can see the exhaust, and it is silver in color. It is chrome, which gives it a nice look. And if you see at the bottom, there is typical the Lamborghini Aventador LP 710-4 scale 124 and the Maisto branding. No other detailing on the bottom as with the car. Now if we talk about the few shortcomings I see in this model, the first one I like to go over is this front gap. As we can see here, the front bumper has some gap here. If you can see, my tool can directly go inside of it, and we can see all the insides of the car, in fact, which is less than ideal. And even the bumper, if you see the paint, you can see some less detailing on it. You can see some orange paint peeking through from the bottom piece, and the black paint is also missed here. So there are some defects in this paint. So there should have been a air vent here, much like this one, and if you see comparatively how this plastic piece is, it is still a bit well made as compared to this middle gap here. So definitely a bit off-putting, as there is striking difference between these two. So that is one thing that is missing here. Another thing I noticed is this front vent window in the corner. So as you can see, there is the finishing of this plastic piece is not good, and you can see these edges which are not very smooth and very jagged from all the sides, in fact. And you can also see that the same is the case with the metal beside it. So you can see there is some black paint here which is making it look jagged, as the edge is all the way. And same is the case with the other side. So here also you'll see that this doesn't have much finishing on it, and it is easily observable once you compare it with the back glass here. So you can see all the edges of this glass are part of the bigger glass, so that's why we can't see any edges, and they're basically inside of the car, so it looks much smoother. While we are on the side of the car, you will see that this side air vent is very poorly made. So as you can see here, there are two pieces basically. One is this plastic mesh, which is much like this one in the front, and the other part is basically the metal body of the car, and it is painted black. So this looks very poor, as the original car only has one vent, one huge vent here, as you can see on the screen right now. And there are also angles to this piece which are very much in line with the rest of the angles of the car, but the paint job actually on the body makes it look a bit different than the real. So I'm not sure why Maisto went with this approach instead of putting a big one plastic piece. Now if I bring out this model of Lamborghini Aventador, which is a 1/38 scale made by Kinsmart, so here you will see that what they have gone with is one single piece of plastic for the whole vent. Okay, even the outer side that you can see here, it is plastic. Okay, but this at least gives it a bit of a finishing and makes it looks like it is one huge vent and not separate two pieces or something. So this is a better approach in my opinion. I'm sure Maisto would have had their reasons to go with the approach that they did. That's how it is. Now there is one more detailing that I think is pretty poor, and that is these lights on the side of the car on both back and front. So here you can see they have gone with a single strip of white paint, which is indifferent to the one underneath. So it doesn't feel like actually these are lights and only some paint detailing, which is not the case. They could have gone with some ridge like this one, which lets you know that this is some light, but this is how they have chosen to go with. And coming back to the Kinsmart model, you can see that although the paint, they have also gone with the paint, but there is some ridge right here which makes it look like there is a light beneath it. So anyway, this is how the model is overall. Now the conclusion, would I recommend this for anyone? So there are more than one ways to look at it, I would say. So if this is your first Maisto model and you don't own any other Maisto model, or for that matter any other Lamborghini Aventador model, I wouldn't say you should go with this, because this will basically divert you from either the Maisto brand or the Aventador as a model. And if we put this model into perspective, this is not the best model that Maisto can make. So I wouldn't want anyone to go with this model and judge the whole Maisto diecast cars lineup. So definitely you should get this model only if you know what you're getting into and how this particular model is. Secondly, if you just want to complete your lineup of your Lamborghinis or your Maistos 124, then yeah, by all means you can go ahead. So that is my 2 cents on this, guys, and that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.